Hi, my name is John Hilton from Legal Brokers. This is a quick run through of two different conveyancing quotes mechanisms that we've built. The first is where you have a super user solicitor who has his or her quotes calculator on myriad different estate agents. In this situation, there would be a super user solicitor, and let's say for sake of argument that Pearson Ferrier have got the quotes calculator on their website. But as I say, you might have super user with dozens of different introducers all generating conveyancing quotes. Some might do it through their website, others might log in to generate quotes. But in this situation, Pearson Ferrier put the quotes calculator on the website. So we'll say that someone sat at home, watched Coronation Street, and thought, I want to buy a house. Oh, and incidentally, how much is it going to cost me for conveyancing? So they would put their details in. So it's a purchase. Oops. Okay, we'll do it as 213,000. We'll say that all these are no. Obviously, each one attracts a different legal fee or set of disbursements. Calculate and review, and ta-da! There's the quote. So obviously, the solicitor decides what these legal fees are, what the disbursements are. The individual sat at home can either calculate again, instruct the solicitor there, or email the quote through. Again, the logic is that the solicitor as the super user has however many different sets of introducers quoting on their behalf. So Monday morning, someone checks their admin panel and finds that X estate agent, Y estate agent, a mortgage broker has done quotes on their behalf, hopefully instructed on a couple of occasions, but the solicitor is the hub, is the center of the conveyancing process. The other scenario is where an estate agent wants to be the hub of themselves. In this situation, they would go on to legalbrokers.com/introducers, onto the introducers tab, put in their details. Obviously, I've got a test account here, and would click login. So in this situation, the estate agent can add a plugin to their website, which we've still got to tweak a little bit, or they can add a solicitor, i.e. in this situation, the estate agent or the broker is the hub, is the driver here. So they may say, as an estate agent, we've got X, Y, Z solicitors that we're happy with, and they can nominate them to go on their panel. This is the panel list, which I'll get to later on. But in its simplest form, the introducer would log in and go, I'm sat in front of a client. I want to run a purchase quote for 132,000. Don't have to put these details in. I'll decide that it's a cash purchase. I'll say all these are no, and obviously they all they all attract different legal fees. And I'll do calculate. Now, what we've got here, we've pre-populated it with certain law firms that we work with, and it's down to the estate agent or broker to say, right, well, this particular firm's local to me and I like the work they've done recently, or that particular solicitor is a cheaper legal fee but is relatively close. So everything becomes a scenario that's driven by the mortgage broker or the estate agent as to who the case goes to. In this scenario, you can review the quote. Again, that echoes what was on the previous page. And with clients, we say that it's a 3-stage payment mechanism. So payment on day one for an initial amount, payment a week, 10 days later for disbursements, and then everything else payable on completion. The client can either print the quote, save the quote, or instruct from there. On the saved version, then you can see all the quotes that have been generated, and you can hang on to those or your estate agent can hang on to those for later review. You've got the panel list there, which the estate agent has control over. You have the account mechanism, so the estate agent again can nominate the referral fee. This is specific to the estate agent or the broker being in charge versus the first mechanism where the solicitor's in charge. And that, in a very brief nutshell, is it. It's a 2-minute job to generate quotes. The ideal is that the estate agent has a handful of different solicitors on their panel so that there's decent panel coverage there. But that's down to whatever relationships you might have and how you might feel about sharing this platform with other solicitors. But 2 scenarios. The first is where the solicitor is the nexus. Second scenario is where the mortgage broker is the nexus. We have various different introducers that we work with where we could, depending on who's reviewing this video, put them onto that introducers panel. And in that situation, there'd be a series of messages that would pop up for the introducer, and there's a message system here so they can see who's been added to the panel. And there's also, whilst we're on it, a series of what ifs. But that, in a nutshell, is it. My name is John Hilton. If I can help at any point in the future, or if my colleague Darren Fazakali can help, then please don't hesitate to get in contact. Telephone number there, 0845 603 0708. My email address is john@legalbrokers.com. Darren's is darren@legalbrokers.com. That aside, thanks for your time and all the very best. Bye-bye.